That's the image. What do you think the car is?
It's the Tesla one, isn't it? It's that crazy fast one. Like 0 to 60 in, is it 1.9?
That's what we're finding out today.
Is it? Right, okay. All right. Tesla Roadster. I knew that. God, it's cool. It looks like Hot Wheels car. Tesla stated a massive range of 620 miles, while the time to 60 was quoted at a little as 1.9 seconds, and the top speed was said to exceed 250 miles an hour. Now, Musk is saying the Roadster will achieve 60 miles an hour time of less than 1 second, although he described that feat as the least interesting part about the car. Is what we said, didn't it? It's more about the speed, about the tech. 250 miles an hour. Who needs to do that kind of speed?
I honestly would not know.
I often find...
You have a nice car, so...
You always bring that up. I always find with fast cars, it's not necessarily about the top end. It's about how quickly it leaves, from 0 to 60. That's always quite fun. Puts you in your seat a little bit and gets you out of trouble. How does it fare up against the giants that have been dominating the industry for so long? Dodge Challenger, SRT Demon. The fastest car, is it? The American Demon. I know the SRT range. They are demons. Yeah, 0 to 60, 1.66 seconds. Wow, okay. That's like just a monster. It's just a real American muscle. Tesla are always going to have that, with the electric element, are always going to have yearn for the sound. When you put your foot down, you want to hear that roar, and I think I speak for a lot of people when they say that. Put your foot down. Then again, I don't own a Tesla, and I'm sure all the Tesla owners out there will be like, you've never driven one. So that's crazy. These are road legal. Dodge Challenger, that's so fast. I wouldn't have put that up there because I can see you've got the Cohen's-egg in there. Lucid Air, Sapphire. Again, I'm not familiar with these cars. A Spark Owl was probably electric.
Which is weird that the Challenger is actually at the
I know.
Because that's definitely not electric.
American muscle cars, like, you're not getting rid of our petrol. You're not getting rid of our oil. You're not getting rid of our freedom. These are all hypercars, I'm guessing, Although, you've got the Tesla Model S. I wouldn't say that was a hypercar, but that's doing hypercar speeds. I'd say a hypercar was probably sub 2. Then again, car enthusiasts will be telling me otherwise. How much does it cost? Of course I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess. A 1.9 second car that could do 630 miles, which is quite impressive.
That's incredible, actually.
That is quite impressive. And it looks cool. Because Teslas...
What, you don't think Teslas look cool?
No. I do not think Teslas look cool. Sorry. I'm sorry. That I just don't. They're cool inside, don't get me wrong. It's a very nice place to be. Huge iPad in the middle. And fart noises when you turn corners, whatever you're into. 180 grand. 180 grand. New Tesla Roadster prices for the entry-level model are expected to start from around 151 grand, with customers being asked to place a 34 grand deposit. That's a house. Tesla will also launch a special edition Founders Series model, which will be limited to 1,000 examples for an extra 49k. So yeah, that's there or thereabout. That's bang on. Wait, I said 100. What did I say? 190. I meant 190, but still, we're there. All right, that's that. That's okay. When will the Tesla Roadster come out? It's coming out 2024, but 2025 we'll have a production. By 2026 we'll have a car. So 2026. Which will probably be 2027 by the time you get any. Technology moves quickly. When we go to the CES in Las Vegas every year, the technology we see there, which is like mind-boggling, giving you the idea of potentially what it could look like. And then as it trickles down through the pecking order, once it gets to us consumers, it looks very different indeed. How much should you look at your screens? All right, okay. I think my screen time is...
Do you want to check it right now?
Oh, God. Do you know what? I actually block social media apps during the day. So I use a cool little app called Opal. Blocks my apps. Just so I don't go... Well, it's just so I don't, because it's like, you
suck you in.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's lunchtime. You're like, oh my God. Not true. My daily average is 3 hours 33. I'm proud of that.
That is very good.
I'm actually proud of that. Because there was a time where it was much higher. My average screen time at the moment is around 6 hours 23. That was 2014. Average screen time 2023, not gone up too much, but 6 hours 40. I guess that is a bit of a jump if you're looking at it as a collective. A lot of those emerging countries that are trying to access where we deal with in China, the phones are a lifeline. They are a connection to business. They're a connection to wallet, the e-wallet as well. A lot of, in China as well, they can fine you directly through into your e-wallet.
Really?
Yeah, so in Japan, if you, and I know I just said China, I'm not correlating the two, I understand they're different, but in Japan, if you jaywalk, you get a fine and they take a photo of you. You better not say anything they don't like. Whoops. I think there's so much more to this conversation to be had. It's more than just, like 6 hours, that's bad screen time there. Everything is screen, everything is digital. Everything. Music is digital, all the things you listen to the radio, it's all hyper-digitalized. Your money, when you don't get paid, it's all digital.
Yeah.
Or your screen, digital, everything.
I'm trying to think it's not digital.
Books, out of the Amazon Kindle, others are available. So South Africa take the winning duration with 9 hours, 24 minutes. That's on average. There's a lot of content to be made out in South Africa. There's a lot of buffaloes and a lot of wildlife. So I'd be like, oh my God, maybe. Brazil, 9 hours, 13 minutes. Philippines, 8 hours, 52 minutes. Phones are people's lifelines. Their connection to other countries, because the world is much bigger than just their own, obviously. But you can make money. You can digitize and you can make content and you can make money all over the place now. So it's never been easier to make money. And I say that very loosely because I'm still learning myself. And, I've been in this job for 11 years. So I've seen it evolve. I've seen it grow just from this one. But you can hyper digitalize and you can make a good living. I see people on LinkedIn all the time working abroad, content creators, LinkedIn writers. This is the least. Okay, Japan. That is surprising. I've never been to Japan. We're looking potentially to go next year, so we're sort of eyeing up destinations. But it looks beautiful, looks incredible. They certainly do things different over there, I'm told. I was reading something about Japan the other day. This is interesting, just on the subject of this. It's a slime fungus. Where am I going with this?
I know.
You probably know. They use a slime fungus. So what they do is they get a map, a huge map, and you've got Tokyo and you've got all the other countries as well. So they kind of simulate that. They make a really intricate maze, and then they put proteins, some oats on different parts of the mazes, and then they put the slime fungus at one part of the maze. And then what happens is they put it into a room which the slime can excel and grow, and it spreads out like it was hunting, like some, doesn't know where its food's going to be. It spreads out. It finds the individual proteins, great, and then it works out the most efficient and fastest way back to the source. So what the Japanese did, they used that and then they used it as inspiration for their underground tube.
Their rail was called something special, isn't it? It's like, I swear they have, it's like a sonic train, something like that.
Bullet train or something?
Bullet train,
yeah. But yeah, like my screen time is definitely built up. I mean, I'm on 2 monitors every day.
True. Guess the phone.
Okay, guess the phone.
Brand.
Okay.
Based on the specs.
Okay. 6.7 inch, okay, that's pretty standard, 1.5K OLED display, 16 gigabytes, RAM, okay, 1 terabyte, big, a lot of memory there, 4-point storage, the 50 MP main sensor, Google. Oh, Motorola.
Motorola, I know.
Motorola. Those are some interesting specs. And Motorola they're very good commercially. We see it a lot in our line of work. They're a very cost-effective device. Kind of aligns with our product. Good all-rounder for enabling your workforce to stay connected at a fraction of the cost. That's an expensive Motorola there. It seems like they're trying to get a little bit of that consumer action. Oh, who's this then?
Do you know who that is?
Is it Snowden? It's Snowden, isn't it?
It is.
It's a young Snowden.
It's Edward Snowden.
Edward Snowden. Oh, I'm glad I got that. AI should not be trusted. What a statement. What a lot of people are saying at the moment. Edward Snowden has criticised OpenAI for appointing retired NSA director Paul Nakasone to its board, calling it a calculated betrayal and warning against trusted OpenAI's products. Concerns have been raised about Nakasone's background in surveillance and the potential for increased population monitoring using AI. So you often see big tech companies hire influential figures in the public sector.
Okay.
You often see them do that. So what happens when they get retired, or they're retired, or they leave their role in the public sector? I'm talking government or something like that. It could be very lucrative for them, and also it's very good for the company to have that kind of person significantly on their board. Sometimes it could just be good for investors, or obviously good for a bit of insight as well. But there's going to be a lot of what he can and can't say still very much in place. But of course, somebody who's a director of the NSA leading that, of course it is raised for concern, but again, I don't speak to know enough on this subject, but it certainly sounds interesting, and I'm sure things will develop in that area. I went to a Massive Attack concert in Bristol a few years ago, actually now, probably looking at years ago now, and they have this thing. It was like in the future. So prehistorically, with adverts, how it went is new soup from Heinz. You'll want it. Definitely try it. And they'll be like, "Oh, new soup." Like you'll see it in the magazines, you'll see it in the telly, or you'll see it in anything. And they'll be like, "Right, okay, new soup, new soup. Okay, great. I'm going to go try that. That's fine." And that's like them being proactive, trying to get you, trying to like hook you in. And then they called it. They said in the future they'll know what you want. And I never like that. Always resonated with me. And it's like they'll know what you want before you want it. The data that they are now collecting and consuming and sitting on and trying to sift through, there are patterns in every age group, in every gender. There are patterns. They can probably determine what you're going to do, what you're going to buy, where you're going to stay, who you're even going to marry. I think I heard I saw a fact about Facebook. You can tell when you're about to leave your spouse just by your activity. That's some scary stuff right there. Oh, is this? I'm not sure this is the one though, but this looks like a replica of that. Isn't it the guys that were in Apple? And basically it goes on here, doesn't it? It clips here, and then you can do this. And you can as in like, I'm a crab! No. As in like, you do that to double tap, or it follows tracks your? Yeah, okay, I might be wrong. Okay. Humane AI pin.
I think you're right, because it has hand gestures, it's got everything. But the fun part is you get to watch a video now.
Okay.
Isn't life about what we experience? What we smell?
Can I eat this?
Yes, dragon fruits are low in sugar.
Who picks up a fruit at a fruit stand and be like, "Can I eat this?" I'm like, "Man, they're selling it. You can eat it. Probably."
That's so funny. I didn't even think about
Yeah,
that.
What if devices weren't the experience?
Catch me up.
Lucy called and your flight is at 7 a.m.
Tell Lucy I'm on my way.
Tell Lucy I'll be at the airport and he's clearly not. He's out and about. He's not he's not making that.
You're not making that fly.
No, he's not. Lucy's going to be very upset. I like the concept, like the idea. They're desperately trying to put cameras and interacting with you, aren't they? I'm just trying to think how I can incorporate that product into everyday life for me. Like, what am I going to use it for? Yeah, capture this. Yeah, I've always liked the idea of being able to travel around and then, just being able to talk and then it. That's really useful. And I think there's some earbuds that do that as well. Oh, there's like a product that you can speak into and it does it straight away. And I'm pretty sure there's some apps that float around that do that as well. Definitely are, aren't there? But it can, like I said earlier, the data that the data that they've got, they being, governments, agencies, all kinds of stuff, and big marketing firms and big data firms, and they already know what you're going to do. They already know. They already know. Like, they have all of that information on you already. So, and I guess it begs the point, why, for example, why are you worried about it? Okay, that is the second episode done and finished. If you have any comments or any feedback, please leave it in the comments. I don't claim to know all the answers. These are just my opinions, and together we can find out what's happening in the tech world. This is Jack, and this has been Jack Talks Tech.